Hello people, and yes, I am back after a hiatus in which I have been doing nothing, hence why it's called a hiatus. Actually, I have no idea what to call that, but whatever. Yes, I'm back to review some tat which I found for £10. And yes, it is, as you've read from the title, this. It's kind of off centre, but yes, it is the EZI, or the EZ, or whatever. Now, I'm not sure if you can read it, but I'll just bring it in if you can't, because this is the entertainment zone, which makes me wonder what the I stands for. The Ultimate Games Console, basically out. TV Entertainment System, as opposed to a Nintendo Entertainment System. Incredible, with 87 games. Yeah, I left the sticker on there just in case I take it back, because I have a 7-day guarantee and I don't feel like keeping this. I might sell it to someone if they want to buy it for like 15 quid. Anyway, yes. Whoops. Yes, this is includes 5 sports games attachments. Brilliant. And if we look at the bottom, yeah, 18 sport games, 69 arcade games, woo! Mains and battery powered, which is important because I'm certainly not going to use batteries on the swing. It's not worth it. And my hand is shaking like I've got Parkinson's, but whatever. And this uses a 16-bit processor apparently. 13-piece deluxe set. I love that they highlight deluxe as though it really actually means something when it doesn't. Easy to use. Yeah, that's an incredibly lame pun. Mega value set. I'm zooming this out. More contents than any other similar set on the market, unless of course you count the Wii and possibly every other rip-off that's ever existed. So, if we look on the other sides, we have screenshots from games that you won't actually find on the system. I think it's too zoomed in and it's going to look blurry, but whatever. And on the back we have sort of, well, I was going to say screenshots, but they're really just title screens of some of the games that are included, as you can see. And yeah, and then we have a list of the games. Don't worry, I am going to cover all these games just so you can see how awful they are. Now, I mean, I wouldn't even bother with this unpacking video, but you know, a lot of people do them, so probably best if I don't put the trend. Now, if I can open the box to show you the content and this cheap looking cardboard, isn't that brilliant? Now, I'm afraid I'm going to have to hold the camera for the rest of this so you can see. Actually, no, I think I will have to do it like that. So we have, supposedly we get 13 pieces according to the thing. AV cables, which are important. I'm not sure if you can see this, but there's an AC adapter there. Here we have the controller for sort of the older games. Woo! A buttons, B button, turbo A, turbo B. No idea what these buttons do. They don't really seem to do anything as far as I can tell. These are the reset buttons, which reset the game. Both of them, well, sorry, shoulder buttons, I think. Yeah, start, select, and D-pad. So it's just like a NES controller, pretty much, or a Famicom controller. And then we have these lame attempts at Wii controllers, a lot lighter than a real Wii remote. Has this switch for games and sport, although as far as I'm aware it doesn't actually do anything. You have these blinking lights, which are very annoying because they blink constantly whenever you have the batteries in. And actually, I want to check something. Yeah, the thing is so cheap. Like, I can literally stick my finger in this. Like, they didn't even bother to put any like plastic over it. You have these things. I have no idea what they do. But you have a D-pad. Actually, no, I think I know what the game and sport thing does. The sport, I think it changes the orientation of the D-pad, I believe. But yeah, A, B, tab A, tab B, start select. It's kind of confusing that they made the select button look like a start button, but whatever. And if I take these out, you can see the cartridges, the game cartridges, 69 in one and 18 in one. I'll cover those in detail later on. And then we get 40 billion pointless attachments. This one is a golf club. So, I see, yeah, this is where you would stick the attachments. So, you know, you can sort of pretend you're playing golf, even though it has the same effect as not having the golf attachment. Although, to be fair, it is just about as useful as the Wii attachment. And there are numerous other ones. There is there's one for baseball. Yeah, there is one for tennis, and there is, well, there's actually two for ping pong, which is kind of pointless because you could use the tennis ones anyway. But what do I know? So yeah, you get loads of pointless attachments, and then is the unit itself. As you can see, it has a cartridge flap, and it won't turn on. Well, it does turn on with the games in it, but it won't actually do anything. There's a battery thing on the back, and what's really annoying with this, and in fact the controls as well, is like you can use batteries to run them. In fact, you have to use batteries with the controllers. But what's annoying is that they have these bloody sort of screws on the battery hashes. I mean, what's the point? I could do a whole rant on how these suck and why they should be removed, but I'm not going to. As you can see, this is well, as you might be able to see, this is PAL I, and on the back we have mono sound and video, and sort of AV. Well, sorry, the adapter thing, and there's a couple of like blue bits. There's this thing which detects if the controller's in range, because you know the controllers are wireless, so they don't connect to the console, which is kind of annoying. I would have liked to have like plugged in my own controllers and then like played the games that way, so I'd have to waste batteries. But of course they don't give you that option. And there's also power and reset, and like I said, the cartridge slot with the world's flimsiest hinge. Yeah, it's like you do that and it just falls. But join me in part 2, where I shall go over the sport games.